Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here, and today we're talking about Assassin's Creed because Ubisoft just had their Ubisoft Forward presentation, and during that they had the Assassin's Creed showcase and they showed us a ton of incredibly exciting things. If you guys are Assassin's Creed fans, oh my goodness, this is a good time to be a fan. They announced so many new games. We of course got the tease recently for Assassin's Creed Mirage coming next year, of course the one where we play as Basim set in Baghdad, and of course that'll be the next big flagship title for Assassin's Creed, and we'll also see a return to the roots of Assassin's Creed with a big focus on things like assassination, stealth and parkour. But on top of that, we also got to look at the final chapter for Valhalla, a new mobile game called Codename Jade set in China, a Netflix show, a thing called Codename Hexe, a service or a platform called Infinity, which will basically unite all the future Assassin's Creed experiences. But the big thing that got me super excited, and the reason I'm making this video, is because of Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Finally, we are getting an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan. Admittedly, it is further away, but this is, let's be honest, the Assassin's Creed game a lot of people, I would arguably say all of us, have been waiting for. I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, so maybe that's not you, but I think it's fair to say that since the beginning of Assassin's Creed, since this franchise first came around, and of course we then got a feel for the fact that it would be going through different time periods, the question was always like, when are we going to Japan? I mean, it is a game literally called Assassin's Creed. It's about assassins. Why are we not playing as a shinobi? Why are we not running across the rooftops doing stealthy assassinations in Japan? And it seems like finally we are going to have that prayer answered. So in this video, I'll just speak about what we currently know, which admittedly isn't too much. However, there have been, prior to the actual reveal itself, some rumors. So I want to share some of those to sort of give some context as to what we might know. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this. Is this the one you've finally been waiting for? And definitely do be sure to keep it locked because we have plenty more Assassin's Creed stuff coming your way. There's lots more exciting stuff to talk about from the showcase, so do keep it locked. But let us begin with the video itself. The trailer itself is of course just a teaser. There's no gameplay right now because this is, again, much further away. This is going to be coming after Mirage. We don't currently have a date window for this. As you can see from the roadmap, it is in the future. So if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say probably 2024. But regardless, this looks hella cool. This trailer, everything about the setting, it is just, ooh, chef's kiss. I love this. The sort of red sky, the sun, the rooftops of all the traditional style buildings, and the way the character jumps up, the shinobi, and of course first wielding a sword as you would expect, but we then have, from the other hand, the signature assassin blade. Honestly, this was hella cool to see. This got me super excited. Assassin's Creed is a franchise that I love playing. I've been playing since the very beginning, and finally to know that we'll be getting a chance to play as a shinobi is real cool. Now, they did give us a few details on the settings for the game, but again, not too much beyond this point. They said this will of course be the next premium flagship title, so it's not a spin-off, it's not sort of like a side experience, it is going to be the next big title, so of course after Mirage, but they did specifically say this is the future of their open world RPG games. Now keep in mind, Assassin's Creed, again, back in the day was much more an action adventure game with sort of a heavy narrative experience. Then of course, as we moved into things like Odyssey, Origins, Valhalla, there was a much bigger focus on RPG, of course loot, gear, levels, things like that. And they have specifically said this is the open world RPG games, the future of that one. So I'm assuming, again, keep in mind they haven't shared any actual gameplay details, but from their wording, I'm assuming that therefore means this will probably continue that style of franchise, whereas Mirage will focus much more on the sort of old school traditional experience with a bigger focus on stealth, parkour, assassinations, and a more sort of a linear narrative experience. That is at least how I have inferred what they have said. In addition to this, they mentioned that of course this will send players to Feudal Japan, and you will be playing as a shinobi, which is, again, incredibly exciting. However, again, prior to this announcement, a little while ago, in fact, quite a while ago, there were some rumors that came from Jeff Grubb, and of course, some of the stuff he's reported in the past has been accurate. And at the time, he did mention that there was, of course, a project known as Assassin's Creed Infinite, which they did also speak about during this presentation, which was basically the service or the platform for future Assassin's Creed titles. And they said amidst this, it carried a thing called Project Red, which we, of course, now know to be Codename Red. According to him, the background for the game was going to be in Japan, and a lot of the internal sources said there was a hugely strong request from fans to take an Assassin's Creed game into Japan, which again is fair to say. In addition to this, Jason Schreier commented at one point that Project Red is part of the Assassin's Creed Infinite platform, which at the time his report suggested was potentially a free-to-play live service, but that might not be truly accurate. And of course, if you go back to the showcase, they spoke about it more so as a way to unite future Assassin's Creed experiences, maybe a chance to unite players, give them the opportunity to do some multiplayer stuff. So honestly, this much is, there wasn't really too much weight to their rumours, but seeing of course them say that and then we get the confirmation now, basically it's an exciting time to be an Assassin's Creed fan. So that's pretty much it. That's currently all we have on Project Red, Codename Red, Assassin's Creed Japan, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited. Honestly, having the chance to sort of run around some of those buildings, do a lot of sort of Shinobi stuff, that is definitely my jam. And I feel like that is what I've been waiting for since starting Assassin's Creed. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Do be sure to keep it locked because again, we will have more videos breaking down the other Assassin's Creed news. So if you're excited, stay tuned. If you missed some of our recent videos, you can check out one of these ones and keep it locked for plenty more.